But here's an unpleasant topic to show you guys. This is clip 21. I got this from Big Bump sent this to me. Katie Porter at it again. Katie Porter is, I think of her as an Oregon type of woman, purportedly white, perhaps not Christian. I don't know. Maybe she is, like one of these phony liberal Christians. The underscore real underscore fly posted this on X, Twitter, and the underscore real underscore fly translated it in a way that I do not translate it. Exactly, anyway. Not exactly. Clip 21 here, Hassan. This is, the real fly says this woman is saying PDF, you know, philia, is not a crime, it's an identity. Trying to say that this is what Katie Porter, a female congressman out of, I think, the Pacific Northwest, talking on Zoom to somebody, complaining about X, Twitter, because there are a lot of people who do not like the LGBTIQA plus agenda being pushed on the kids, because that's evil to do that. And disproportionately, the LGBTQIA plus minus people, disproportionately, correct me if I'm wrong, they do wrong stuff to kids, oftentimes because they're that way, because they had that done to them, or they had some spirit in them that kind of invited that violation of them as children. Kind of unpleasant. I'm putting it in a way that's hopefully tasteful, if it's possible. Here's her clip, the clip of her.
The allegation of groomer and pedophile, it is alleging that a person is criminal somehow and engaged in criminal acts merely because of their identity, their sexual orientation, their gender identity. So this is clearly prohibited under Twitter's content, yet you found hundreds of these posts on the platform.
So am I calling her from Washington, or is she from Irvine? She's from down in SoCal. She's from Orange County, California. Wait, I'm confused. She's from Orange County, California. I was trying to distance her from, I was calling her, she's from Irvine, Mission Viejo, California. That's beautiful South Orange County. I was mistaken. Hake doesn't know anything. Come on, man, says Katie Porter's from California. Hake. Thank you, come on, man. Come on, man knows too much sometimes. But enough to help Hake out as well. Catherine Moore Porter, a professor. She's a law professor and lawyer/liar. U.S. representative from California's 47th district since 2023, and also from 2019 to 2023, 45th district, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Democrat, a female so-called governor, whatever. Graduated Yale, Harvard, taught law at so-called several universities, which means more than one, basically. UCI, University of California, Irvine, University of Iowa. Born in Iowa. I have some family from Iowa, I think. Grew up on a farm. Father, Dan Porter, farmer turned banker. Mother was a founder of Fawn's and Porter's Love of Quilting. Does it say whether she was a Christian? She was a law clerk. How's the stream, guys? Press 1 if it's great, 2 if it's bad, 3 if it seems sort of iffy, but you think it's probably okay. Just curious. So this woman has been in the news before, I think because her daughter, she's a mother with like a daughter or a son who's sort of a liberal activist getting in trouble, getting like arrested or something like that, if I'm remembering her correctly. I didn't look back and, let's see. Daughter. She married in 2003, has 3 children, Matthew Hoffman, Hoffman. She divorced in 2013, 10 years later. Contentious divorce, of course. Edgy mommificated woman. And, you know, the father's probably beta. And both of them sought help for anger management. Wow. daughter Betsy named after Elizabeth Warren? What? Elizabeth Warren, another professor woman. She seems like she would be kind of a fun professor, to be honest. And this woman too, actually. Even though I disavow them as congressmen. Porter is the main so-called caregiver for their children, or was. 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom residence on the University of California Irvine campus that she purchased in 2011. Wow. I thought that one of the children got in trouble or something, but maybe I'm confusing them with someone else. At least it's not on Wikipedia, far left Wikipedia. But anyway, she's saying she's kissing up to all of this LGBTIQ lies of identity. That's not your identity, people. That's not who you are. I used to say, that's not who you are, it's what you are. But it's not even what you are. LGBTQIA plus people. I actually like when they flip it around, LGBTIQ. Even though this is all phony, I probably shouldn't even be giving credence to these things. That's not who you are. It's not even what you are. It's what you've fallen into. It's an issue that it's a demon possessing you, basically. You're all, you know how we're all possessed with all kinds of insane personalities and twistings and perversions and stuff. That's all that is. And now they've made it an identity that you hold on to. Didn't Joel Friday TV have something that when you give it a name, you what did Joel say? Joel, what did you say? When you give it a name, you give it a something. Catch Joel Friday TV. A home. Nice. You give it a name, you give it a home. Because you're like giving false power to it. It's kind of like when you trip out over something that you did that you had never done before, and you're shocked, and you're like, oh, and then it's easier to cross the line and do it again, but you also like get more attached to it by freaking out about it or identifying with it and defending it as though it's a personal attack for somebody to say, this is wrong, this is not right, this is not who you are. You're rejecting your best friends who are basically your best friends whom you've never met. People like JLP who are telling you that's not who you are. It's twisting. Don't identify with it. You're rejecting these people, calling them hateful, calling them ophophobic, something-ophobic, calling them haters when you're the one who's full of hatred. And this woman, full of hatred, full of emotion, false love for you, false acceptance of your perversion, not of the real you, pretending that that's who you are. So sick, huh? So wrong. She's not saying PDF. Some people were saying, oh, she's saying PDF is not a crime, it's an identity, because PDF, people who are attracted to the children in that wrong way. I mean, there's more than one wrong way to be attracted to children, because there is the S-word way, obviously, that's gross, sorry. And then, of course, there's also these teachers who are not even LGBTIQ, not even necessarily liberal, but they're like, oh, the kids are so cute. I want to go teach kids, because kids are cute. They're innocent. They're our next generation. They're our future leaders. And I want to teach these people. That's the wrong attitude. That is a emotional, the word came to mind, emotional vampire. It is kind of sucking off the life of them. It's like a wrong attraction, even though it's not S-word, Jewel. It is still sick. That's why non-emotional men teachers are oftentimes better than the women teachers. Oftentimes. Exceptions to the rule. There's some teachers who are women who are just no nonsense, strict but fair, and sensible. But most of them nowadays, There are these blind, brainwashed people who want to promote this fake, these false values of this false religion of accepting all evil, thinking that you're accepting the person who's possessed by the evil. You're not accepting the person who's possessed by the evil. You're accepting the evil that's killing the person. Soul. When I say S word, Jewel, do you guys know what I'm saying? Like X say, ool. I'll say it once. Sexual. That's what I mean by S word, you all. S word, you all. Just FYI. Virtuous women are hard to find. Why are you shouting out Billy Corgan? Is there something that I said that's that's similar to this? So, yes, she is corrupting the children, just like Crooked Joe is for 8-year-olds if they feel like they're they feel like they're so-called transgender. You don't go with that, but he wants you to go ahead and go on with that. That's an evil person. That's what's creepy about Creepy Joe, not this other stuff that you guys get all into your imaginations about with the sniffing. Sniffing is not a sin. Hake is so dry sometimes, says IC. Anyway. She wasn't saying PDF is not a crime, although I get what these liberals are saying. Oh, if you don't act on this PDF thoughts, it's you haven't committed a crime. No, duh. But that's not what she's saying. Although a lot of people are saying stuff like that. They're trying to call that an identity too, or a so-called orientation. It's disorientation. These people lie with their terms. It's disorientation. S word, disorientation. And it's, what else? It is gender misidentity. Misidentity. And it's not even your real identity, it's your earthly. As long as you're on Earth, you're going to be the real gender that you really were or are. Hake in his thoughts. IC put me in my thoughts because IC called Hake so dry sometimes, and I've seen that before. Now I lost my thought. Oh. Come on, man, is Lion saying Hake has a weird tendency to defend PDF files. That's not what that is. It's telling the truth about the situation. You have a weird tendency to get into your sick, perverted imagination about what you see and make sick, perverted assumptions about what you're seeing. That's the weirdness. The weirdness is in you. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So watch yourselves, because you're feeding the sick imagination in your own sick head. It's like these phony emotional people who are all emotional about abortion, or these phony emotional people who are all emotional and passionate to protect the kids. Because there's a whole lot of PDF stuff going on in the world, I guess. With as much degeneracy as there is, you would expect it. Quite common among the black community, quite common amongst the Hispanic so-called communities. I say community loosely because these people don't have families. And it's no wonder they're twisted in that way. Putting you on timeout, a 10-second timeout for you. Come on, man. You gotta get a hold of yourself. come on, man, is a mess. 10-second timeout for you. Those people are every bit as sick. Nick, the American anchor baby, covered it. How these people have a weird energy about confronting and listing off every sick thing that this, when they try to do the catch the PDFs, catch a PDF. I don't know if they're passionate because it happened to them, and so they're hating the person, and so they have this sick attraction, hatred, aversion, acceptance thing going on with it, where they're like speaking the evil, the sickness and darkness. There's this weird energy about some of these people. By weird, I mean evil. Don't you sense that? When you hate it, you're accepting it. It's true. It's true. So, nice. Can you see why they might be upset? Hake asks Flat Earth Victory. Yeah, but there's not a reason to. They get upset because they too follow this religion of emotion. Flat Earth Victory. Oh no, someone is protecting kids. Evil. Says Nugget Man. That's not what I'm saying. They're not actually protecting children. They're all protecting their emotions. They're feeding off of emotions, and they're led by emotions and not the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God isn't emotional about the kids. Give me a break. This is a really weird take, says Come On Man. I understand, Come On Man. I understand that you are blind to this point. You remind me of one of my weird blind black super chatters in the Buy Me a Coffee section. The religion of emotions. Okay, Latin A, I'll give you your 10-second timeout. I don't have a 30-second timeout. There's 30 minutes, or there's 10 seconds, or 1 minute, 5 minutes. Got their 10-second timeout. Mr. Pink says, Hake is right on this one, to be honest. The catchers are just as weird. Yeah. Do you think the Spirit of God will have you all self-righteous and up in excitement? No. No. Come on, man. I have to time you out again for another 10 seconds. I'm combating my chat. I like to have a combative relationship with my chat. But I timed Come On Man out, and he said something. The blind one here is you, Hake. You refuse to see that Dems announce when they are PDFs. In a sense, they are, in the truest sense, they are violators of children, just as mothers are. Mothers who appease their children, enable their children, spoil them, which is the same thing as enable. There is this classic picture of liberal mama spirit, but still a male, Arnold Schwarzenegger with his son, all buff and fit. And then his ex-wife's, his son by his ex-wife, who's living with his ex-wife, all fat. There was a conversation in church with Jesse Lee Peterson recently, just this past week, about the Mongoloids and the Down syndrome kids and stuff like that. The mother debilitates the child by babying the child, whereas the father allows the child to rise in competence and self-functioning and independence. The difference between the father's love and the mother's false emotional feeling sorry for and overly accommodating fake love. Nice. Sean, the producer of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, says, live locally. Take care of starting with yourself, starting with you. Take care of your own family, maybe your own neighborhood, but besides that, you don't have the power to tackle Globo, Homo, PDF stuff. Good point. Good point. You're not doing good in the world. Just because someone is fit doesn't mean they're a good person. I know, Charlie Church, I know. But the point is, physically, he's better off. Even the Bible admits that physical exercise is of some value. It's in the Bible. It's a fact, Charlie Chutz. Right on. Sean is a based flat earther, says Flat Earth Victory. Uh-oh, Sean, Flat Earth Victory is on your side. You better check yourself. But anyway, right on. Thank you guys for bearing with me through this.